Well, guys, we finally got a trailer for Titans, and I have to say, I really loved what we saw. Clearly, the Church of Blood is going to be at the center of this season and has encompassed more characters than I really expected. Let's take a couple minutes, talk about the new trailer, break it all down, and try to figure out what's going on this season. Hey guys, well, it's Titan time once again, and we are on the countdown to Titans Season 4. We have known for a long time that the Church of Blood was coming up in Titans. It actually was a little bit of an Easter egg last year, but all the trailers and casting news has pointed to them being at the center of the whole new season. And amazingly, the Church of Blood was everywhere in the trailer. We got a lot of the cult, its leadership, and even saw a little bit about how Brother Blood will rise to his more insane position. The Church of Blood is an amazing villain in the comics, and I think what we've seen so far really does indicate we are getting that version in this season, and I think it's something to be excited about. Also, they're not working alone, because, interestingly, the Lex Luthor plot has been integrated with the Church of Blood. This is pretty odd to me to see Luthor really aligned with another villain group, but he might be trying to expand his power base, and if you read comics, you know this never works out well for at least one party. The real question in this is he not only aligned, but is he actually controlling the Church of Blood? Or is he about to be controlled by them? Like I said, I could totally see this going south for Lex once the Church gets what it's after, whatever that may be. And that very well could be a couple of members of the Titans crew. We saw in the clips last week, and again in this trailer, Lex Luthor reaching out to his half-son Connor. This makes me totally wonder if the Church of Blood is not only potentially after Raven, and we'll talk about that in a second, but could be trying to get its clutches on Connor Kent, aka Superboy. We actually do see Superboy imprisoned in the trailer, so it appears his relationship with Lex will go the very typical path that we've seen in the comics, and it looks like ultimately he will end up in some kind of jail or maybe facility that's using kryptonite to keep him in place. Comic fans are very aware that the Church of Blood is very much tied to Trigon. So one of the other big questions that came out of the trailer is how Raven is going to be worked into all of this. We know she closed out her battle with Trigon in Season 1, but there have been all those lingering details. And based on some of the stuff we saw in the trailer, it's pretty clear to me that Raven's story could be coming to a head once again, and they may be having another face-off with the demon Trigon. We also heard mention of the Temple of Azarath, and if you're familiar with that in the comics, this is actually the birthplace of Raven. At one point in time, at least in the comics, it was the home of a pacifistic society, which was basically a paradise. Eventually, the realm succumbed to an invasion from Trigon and was rendered a ruined barren, and its people corrupted and killed. Now, in the trailer, they specifically mentioned the Temple of Azarath, and actually in the comics, that's really more a city than an actual temple. It is actually the city where Raven was born, and because of the invasion from Trigon, the city is literally filled up to the ankles with rotten bodies and bones of all the people killed by Trigon and his army of demons. I think the mention of Azarath in the trailer is going to turn out to be a huge clue going down the road, and it's probably something we should pay really close attention to. Now, we also got to look at Jinx, and it's pretty clear from the trailer she is an absolute wild card here. Which I have to say I kind of like, and it appears she's taking up more of an anti-hero role in the trailer. Maybe not pure villain, but if you're a bad guy and the world's going to get destroyed, you have to choose sides. I do kind of like this particular look for Jinx. It is a big change from the comics, but they also have seemed to have drawn some inspiration from the animated series. Now, it seems like this year the secondary storyline should be one that fans are happy about. With Lex working directly with Brother Blood, it seems, based on the trailer, that Garfield Logan is finally getting his time to shine. We saw quite a bit of him in the trailer, and it appears those fan demands are finally being responded to. We also got a couple of more looks at his new costume in action, which is also something big for the upcoming season, and I did see a snake in the trailer, which I think was Garfield, so hopefully that's a little bit of a clue that we're going to get many more animal forms in the upcoming year. From day one of the series, fans were excited to see Beast Boy come to life, and that really isn't something that has delivered in the first 3 seasons. Garfield Logan is an awesome character in the comics, and it appears based on the trailer, maybe he's finally getting his year. Now, the trailer closed out with a lot of flashes and gave us quick glimpses at several details. We get some great looks at the Titans, especially Starfire and Superboy, and one of the other scenes that caught my attention is what appears to be Nightwing fighting Deathstroke. It's unclear whether Deathstroke is coming back this season in full capacity, this is a dream, a flashback, or something else. Now, we have been able to confirm via our favorite Facebook group that covers Titans, Lance Officer's group, that is in the description down below, that he was able to confirm that Isaiah Morales is not back this year, so whatever form of Deathstroke is appearing in this season, it's likely to be very small. I did notice the mask appeared to be all black, so it may not be Deathstroke at all, or, given the magical nature of the Church of Blood, this could be some kind of battle that's simply playing out in Dick's head. It also was pretty clear from the trailer that Tim Drake is playing a big part this season, which I know many fans will be excited for and I think is pretty great. Now, I did notice with Tim stepping up, there was a distinctive lack of several characters. I saw no traces of Dove, Donna Troy, or Jason Todd. I really didn't expect to see a lot of Dove, but quite honestly, I'm a bit disappointed I didn't see any Donna Troy or Jason, but they may have just held them back from this trailer and will surprise us as the season goes along. But as of right now, I'm not too sure of the role of any of these characters this season, if they have any role at all. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, obviously, this was just the first trailer for Titans, and they might give us a bit more before release, but we're closing in on November the 3rd, so the show itself is only about 2 weeks away, so I'm not even sure if they're going to give us anything else before the season release. Now, obviously, we're covering everything Titans here, especially when that first episode drops, so if you want to get all of your updates from the tower, hit that like and subscribe button, and ring that bell for all the news. But until we know more, what do you guys think? What did you think of the brand new trailer for Season 4 of Titans? And is it me, or is Garfield Logan finally getting his time to shine? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.